What's up everyone, welcome to another video, and in this video we are going to talk about the GT Zaskar Carbon Expert, as a lot of you requested for a bike check in a previous video. Before that, if you're new here, my name is Mark. I'm a mountain biker from the Philippines and I create content about my rides, races, and adventures. So please tag along and subscribe. Alright, so let's talk about the GT Zaskar. The GT Zaskar has a very colorful history. In 1991, GT introduced the legendary USA-made Zaskar, and during that time, Zaskar was one of the first USA-made aluminum bike frames that can withstand the rigors of off-road use. Early on, the Zaskar was an all-around do-it-all bike. And in fact, it's the only bike in history to have won World Cup titles for each discipline of mountain biking: cross-country, downhill, trials, and slalom. If you don't believe me, ask the man himself, Hans Noe Ray. Alright, so enough of the history, let's talk about the bike. Okay, out of the box, the GT Zaskar Carbon Expert comes with these components. Alright, starting with the frame, this is a 29er bike with the FOC Carbon, or Force Optimized Construction Carbon by GT. And of course, the iconic triple triangle frame construction, tapered head tube with boost 12 by 148 through axle. BB size is BB92. Up front is a RockShox SID. This one is the RL version. Stands for Rebound and Lockout. Comes with a remote, 100mm of travel, and of course boost spacing 15 by 110mm through axle. For the drivetrain, it has a SRAM NX Eagle Dub crank with a 34T chainring, SRAM GX Eagle 12-speed shifters with SRAM GX Eagle rear derailleur, and of course, 12-speed SRAM GX Eagle cogset, SRAM NX Eagle 12-speed chain. For the brakes, it's got the SRAM Level TL. Dual piston with 160mm centerline rotors front and rear. For the handlebar, it's got the GT Altera alloy riser bar, 15mm rise, 7 degrees back sweep, and 760mm wide. The stem is also GT Altera, 31.8 clamping with a 7 degrees angle, 80mm in length. It's also got the GT Statement grips. For the wheel set, it has Vittoria Barzo 29 by 2.25 front and rear. These tires are tubeless ready out of the box, and it's on the Stan Snow Tube Crest S1 32 holes tubeless ready rims. The hubs are Formula front and rear. The saddle is a fabric swoop shallow elite with chromoly rails and is attached to an Altera Micro Adjust seat post, 30.9 diameter with 400mm of length. Now let's talk about the geometry. So the bike is available in sizes small, medium, large, and extra large. Alright, these numbers are for the size small. The reach is at 422, head tube angle is at 70 degrees, seat tube angle is at 73 degrees, standover height for a size small is 753, and the wheelbase for a size small is 1111mm. But I'm just gonna share with you my experience with the bike. So far I was able to ride the bike on a long distance ride. I was able to ride the bike on the Timberland Trails, Army Heroes Trail, and the Philinvest Trails. Now let's start with the descent. Now this bike is fast and stable on descents. I was confident to ride rock sections, roots, and ruts. Now this is still a hardtail, so I still felt every bump. But comparing it to an aluminum hardtail, I was able to feel the difference while riding through all those bumps. Now I did try to ride hard on this bike, but also in the hopes that this will boost my riding confidence despite the restrictions compared to my enduro bike. And based on my experience, I think this bike can really take a beating. And with that, of course, I did try all the drops, jumps, and gaps available in the Timberland Trails. And I did manage to do all of it on this bike. So I think that's a plus for the bike and a plus for my riding confidence. Now for the climbs. Now I'm not a strong climber, and after climbing with this bike, I actually started to believe in myself. Kidding aside, I really enjoyed climbing with this bike, and I did try to climb the sections that we rode down, and that made me believe that it is really good and essential to have an alternative bike or a cross-training bike other than your main downhill or enduro bike. So folks, the N+1 formula of mountain bikers is really true. All in all, I enjoyed riding the GT Zaskar. It's a great experience to ride a cross-country bike that's very well capable, and I really enjoyed cross-training with this bike because long-distance riding and climbing on a heavy full suspension bike is really a pain. But this thing made it quite enjoyable. Alright, so the GT Zaskar is the top-of-the-line cross-country bike of GT. If you want to buy a cross-country bike for racing or just any type of trail, well, except of course the really gnarly downhill ones, it's a type of bike that you can just buy it and ride it no worries. Now after experiencing this bike, I think it's a must to have a capable hardtail or a cross-country bike for long-distance training, cardio training, or just a different bike to ride other than your main bike. That being said, let me know in the comments the 2 bikes that you would have given that you have the resources to buy them. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As I always say, it's more fun on the trails.
Mabinyag na kanyang bike, kabubulan ng isang araw. And of course, naka-DI to yan. Ayan o. Walang oha. Basa ka agad. So nag-reverse basic trail pala yun. First time na dumanda. So ayan, putik. Ayan o, ito na yung dilatan. Amin nyo nga, ilang kayo coach?
Mga 40 siguro.
Oh man, wow!
Actually, dyan ang sikreto dyan, smooth. Huwag kayo mag-over-torque kasi may...
Tire ni. Naging plus tires na yung ano natin, yung gulong.
Ano ginagawa mo? Umagan eh. Mento!
Oh Chris.
So Mike.
Sundan kita.
Wait lang. Mike. Tangin. Si CJ, puta. Una loob ko eh.
Uy!